What's up, co-reporters, and welcome back to my channel. There are some very startling news coming out about rapper Doja Cat that I really want to discuss with you. Her mother actually filed a restraining order against Doja Cat's brother on behalf of herself as his mother and on behalf of Doja Cat as his sister as well. And honestly, this is definitely not something I had in my 2024 bingo card. Her mom's claiming that the brother is quite violent towards Doja Cat and has even knocked out some of her teeth. You guys, like, that is just absolutely shocking, terrifying, and I don't even know what to say. So just FYI, Doja Cat's mom's name is Deborah Elizabeth Sawyer, and she filed for a temporary restraining order. Doja Cat's brother's name is Raman, and she is making a lot of very, very serious allegations. So the judge did actually grant her, just spoiler alert, he granted her this temporary restraining order, but there is one kind of like, but before we get into what the caveat is, let's take a look at some of the allegations that Doja's mom is making. She is saying that not only did Doja's brother Raman allegedly knock out Doja Cat's teeth, he has apparently caused cuts and bruises to Doja's skin. He has destroyed some of her property, and he has also allegedly stolen some of her property. And then from an emotional perspective, Doja's mom is claiming that Raman is also very verbally abusive towards Doja. He says a lot of very degrading and demeaning things to her. And he makes Doja allegedly feel unsafe and traumatized. So it really seems like she is just at her wit's end here. And I think it does take a lot as a mom to go ahead and file for that sort of restraining order against your child, not only for you, but for your other child as well. Because I have never, to be honest with you, I have never, ever, 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 ever heard of a case like this. I am truly blown away. And I wonder if there are some sort of mental health issues at play here that are causing him to act this way and to, be so allegedly dangerous, right? Now, Doja, again, just to remind you guys, is not the one seeking this out for herself. And that kind of plays a role in the ruling that this restraining order eventually gets. And so when it comes to her own safety, Doja Cat's mom says that Raman has also been physically aggressive with her, threatened her multiple times over the past year. And she says that the most recent instance of this was as recently as a couple of weeks ago, you guys. 2024 just started, and here he is already popping off. So the judge did grant her mom with this temporary protection order, but the judge said, listen, if Doja Cat wants a protection order against her brother, then Doja Cat needs to go ahead and file that for herself, which, listen, I do understand. Typically when you are getting restraining orders or protective orders on behalf of other people, those people are minors. So when you've got a person in a situation where the person is an adult, perfectly capable of filing for their own protection order, I can see why a judge says, listen, I understand that there's a lot going on. I understand that this is a very traumatizing and difficult situation, but Doja is a woman of a particular age, legal age. So she's going to need to go ahead and file for her own restraining order against her brother. This is the first time I've ever heard anything about her even having a brother, to be honest with you guys. Like, I can't. And mind you, according to TMZ, by the way, shout out to TMZ for breaking this story, this isn't the first time that Doja Cat's mom is seeking a restraining order against Doja Cat's brother, Raman. I don't know what year she had gotten one against him in the past, but the record is saying that she has had a protective order against him in the past. And I guess maybe she thought that his demons were behind him and it was okay to move forward and whatnot, but he seems to be proving otherwise, that there's still something going on. I do wonder if there's going to be a potential 5150 hold there, because I do believe just instinctually that this behavior is not the behavior of a mentally sound person. I believe that this is the behavior of a person who is struggling with potentially, I don't want to name what mental health problems I think he could have, but I've got a couple in mind. And so I think that in that case, there might be a need for a mandatory psychiatric evaluation or hospital stay or something like that, because I think that at a certain point, Raman will not only, will go beyond being a danger to Doja Cat, an alleged danger, of course, to Doja Cat and his mom, but he can become one to himself as well and to other random unsuspecting innocent people out in these streets. So gosh, I'm really, really sad to hear this. I am. It's just it's got to be so devastating, so humiliating for her and her mom to be going through this and everything like that. So scary. Oh God, honestly, my heart is with them. I really hope that everything goes well. I'll let you guys know if I hear anything about Doja Cat filing for her own restraining order or protective order. But to be honest with you, I don't think that she will do it, because guess what? She is a celebrity and she has bodyguards, this, that, and the other. And this is her brother. This is not like a deranged fan or whatever. This is her brother. So I kind of feel like from that instance, she kind of, at least feels somewhat protected by the security team that she has around her 24/7 that her mom might not have, so I just don't see it. And then like she probably wants this story to disappear, and doesn't want to add more juice to the story, so she's just going to do her best to stay away from him, no longer allow him to have access to her homes or anything like that, and just kind of cut him off, essentially, I think is the move or the decision or the way that she's going to advance forward in this situation, which, I think would be probably a good idea. Though I don't know, perhaps a restraining order in place would be good as well. But here's the thing. At the end of the day, you guys, a restraining order, unfortunately, is just a piece of paper, right? And so when you're in a position like Doja Cat where you've got hired security to really, truly protect you, that's what you need a bit more than just the paper or just the order. Because how many times do you hear about people breaking these restraining orders again and again? Like this guy, Raman, is her brother, but in celebrity cases with stalkers and whatnot and strangers, they will get like multiple restraining orders on people. And these people will break these restraining orders time and time again. They'll get arrested for breaking them, then they'll be set loose. They'll break them again. And like the cycle just continues because there's not much you can do, unfortunately. So I don't know. I really do hope that something changes here, because just hearing that this is the second time that the mom has had to do this, and just knowing how much how much moms love, how deeply they love and whatnot, like this has to be tearing her apart, tearing her inside, seeing that this is what her son has allegedly become. Dangerous, allegedly dangerous, not only to herself, but to his sister as well. Like that really has to be like something that's truly, truly, truly stunning, you guys. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because I will continue to update you on this story as it develops, and many other pop culture stories as well. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.